Alright, so today we're doing speed. Now speed is a special rate. Alright, so if you think of a car travelling at 60 kilometres per hour, per tells you that we're dealing with a rate. Alright, now I'm going to show you a diagram here where we can get three formulas. So I want you to learn the diagram and then you can get any of the three formulas from the diagram. So this is what it looks like. It's a triangle. D up the top, S and T, so I call it the DST triangle. We have these slashes here, which are our fraction bars that we need, and we have a time sign. Okay, so what happens is, if you want to find speed, you would circle speed, and then you would read the rest of it. So speed will equal D over T. For time, we would circle time and see what that equals, D over S. And for distance, we will read the rest of it. Distance equals speed times time. So we're going to see how we use those formulas to get these out. In this first question, we're finding a speed and they've given you those units. Do not worry about the word average. We're not finding an average. It's just that when you travel in a car, you'll be going different speeds all the time. You'll be coming into traffic lights and you'll stop. You'll speed up again. Sometimes you'll be going a lot faster than other times. So overall, it kind of averages out over your trip. So that's all they're talking about. So all we're finding is a speed. Now it's kilometres per hour. So we know that we do 18 kilometres. Per means we do a fraction bar and our hours on the bottom. So now you just do this on your calculator using your fraction key, 18 over 3. Press equals and it gives you a 6, and then we write kilometres per hour on the end of our answer, kilometres per hour. Alright, so looking at the next one, it's a bit harder. So we still need to get kilometres per hour. So we want our kilometres on the top, and we want our hours on the bottom. Now, in this question we have 3 hours, but then we have, so our first unit is hours, then we have 20 minutes as well. Now, I'm going to show you how to put this on the calculator. So we are going to be using what some of you call the bubble key. It's the degrees, minutes, seconds button. Okay, so when you go to the bottom here, you're going to enter it as 3, press that key, 20, and press that key. So I'll show you what it looks like in a minute. Just get your calculator. We're going to press the fraction key first. Alright, and we're going to put 390 on the top of the fraction. Alright, so we're up to here. Now you're going to down arrow. We're going down to the bottom here. Now we're going to press 3 hours 20 minutes in. Now this is how we do it. We press 3, press that button, then 20, and press that button. Okay? Then you press equals, and it gives you 117. All right, now the first number that you put in there was in hours, so it is going to be in kilometres per hour. Okay, so we've got 117 off the calculator, and we are writing it as kilometres per hour because it's whatever that first unit is that we're writing. All right, let's look at the next one. Now this is trickier. So we've got 90 kilometres. Now, our time is 45 minutes here. I'm leaving a little gap, you'll see why in a minute. Alright, so how can I do this on the calculator the way I just did it? I might just move this up a bit. Alright, now, remember that we have to get our answer in kilometres per hour. And that's not hours, that says minutes. So we need to have our first thing here in hours. So we must have no hours. So we're going to just write in with our red pen 0 hours 45 minutes. And now we're going to go to our calculator and do this one. So press your fraction key first. All right, then we're going to put our 90 on the top. And then we're going to go down arrow. And we're putting in 0 hours 45 minutes. So we're pressing 0 hours 45 minutes. Press equals. And you get 120. So we write down our 120 And then we can write kilometres per hour because that's the first unit that you're writing here in time. All right, let's have a look at the next question. All right, so in this next one, we're still doing a speed, but our units have changed. They want the answer in metres per second. So we're going to put our metres on the top, our seconds on the bottom, and then we're just going to go to our calculator to do 200 over 20. You'll get an answer of 10. And then you just write metres per second on your answer. Okay, looking at the next one. Put our metres on the top. And then on the bottom, we've got 16 minutes and 20 seconds. Now, I'll talk about that in a minute. Let's just write down what they've told you. Okay, now, this is a bit of a problem because we need metres on the top and we need seconds on the bottom. And this one's not as easy as the other ones. We've got a bit of work to do. So we only want seconds on the bottom. So we have to work out how we're going to change that into seconds. Now think about it. You've got 16 minutes, right? So if you've got 16 minutes, you need to times by 60 to get to seconds because there's 60 seconds in a minute. Then you're going to add on your 20. So you've got to add the 20 seconds. So you've got to find out how many seconds are in 16 minutes first. So times the 16 minutes by 60 to get how many seconds are in 16 minutes. Then you're going to add the 20 seconds on. So let's see what that actually gives us. So we're doing 16 times 60 plus 20. All right, like that. And then press equals. And we get 980. So that's how many seconds we have. Now we're going to work that out. So I want you to do that on your calculator. And I'm not going to get that answer. Let's try again. I don't want that answer. It looks a bit horrible, doesn't it? Let's see what the calculator gives us. So we're going to press our fraction key and press in 1500 over 980 and see what we get. Okay, I don't like that answer either. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press SD, and then if I don't like the answer, I'm going to do Shift SD. So let's see what happens. SD, yeah, I don't like that answer. Too many decimal places. Okay, let's do Shift SD. Oh, what did I do then? Let's try it again. Pressing the wrong buttons, aren't I? Let's try again. 1500 over 980 equals. SD we didn't like. Now we're going to go Shift SD. I like that answer, so I'm going to write that one down. All right, so we've got 1 and 26 over 49, and you're going to write metres per second. You can give the decimal answer if you like, but I like this one because it's exact and there's less to write. Okay, so remember, if you don't like your answer, press SD or Shift SD to get what you want. All right, number 3. So this one we're finding distance. Now we're going to be using our triangle now. So if you want to find distance, you've got to circle the D in the triangle, and we create our formula. So D equals S times T. There's our formula. All right, now our speed is 90 kilometres per hour times, and our time is 8 hours. All right, so remember what we did before. These units will cancel each other out. And that'll leave us with just kilometres, which is good because we're finding a distance. So just do 90 times 8 on your calculator and you'll get 720. And it is a distance. We'll write our kilometres on the end. All right, let's try it again for the walker. All right, so the walker, we're still going to start with our same formula because we're finding a distance for all of these questions. The speed that they're walking at is 4 kilometres per hour. Times by, now let's write down how long they're going for, 7 hours 45 minutes. Now remember with these ones that we're looking at making sure that the first unit is the one we want. The first one is hours, so that can cancel, and we're all good for this now. So you've got to just remember how to put it in your calculator. Let's see who can remember. So we're pressing 4 times. All right, now 7 hours 45 minutes. 7 hours 45 minutes. And press equals. All right, so it's 31. You can press that key again if you like. Oh, don't press that. Okay, when you're there, you press this key, the degrees one, and it gives you just a 31. Okay, so we're going to write 31 down. And that answer is in kilometres because we are finding a distance. So they travel 31 kilometres. So I'm coming back in the second video and we'll go through a few more examples.